Hey guys, welcome to another video on Kotali YouTube channel. So here we are continuing on the OpenCSV library package, but we are extending that to the Spring Boot now. Like this, I have a CSV file like this, and I want to insert this data into my DB table, guys. So I have the DB open. I'm going to create a table and I'm going to insert that data with the help of the REST controllers in Spring Boot. I'm going to use data JPA, guys. So I have divided this into couple of steps here. So let's see from the implementation point of view. I have written down 1 2 3. So first thing is we are going to create a table with the help of DB query. Then we are going to create an entity for that table, then data JPA, then the controllers. Then we'll see how we can read this CSV file with the help of the Pojo classes and set the data in our service implementation. Then we are going to test this entire project. This is going to be a little long video, guys, so I suggest you guys to watch till the end because it's going to be really useful. Now let's start with creating a table. This is really important because we want to dump our entire data into this. Okay, so I have this query called create table. So let me put that here, and let's see what else we can change from here. I have this data, right? I have airport ID, I have name, city, country, but I don't want entire data here. For simplicity purpose, I am going to take only these three fields: airport ID, name and city. So let me change it accordingly here, something like id as let me take it as airport id. Okay, and airport airport name, and I have airport city. I don't need this column, and primary key is my airport id, guys. Okay, so if you see airport ID, int not null, airport name varchar not null, airport city is also varchar type. Okay, so let me change this as airport data because I already have airport table here. Now let me execute this. So ideally it should get executed by this time. Let me see. Now you could see we have the table being created successfully. So our DB activity is done as part of this. Okay, now it's time to create a entity for the table in our Spring Boot, right? So this is my project, guys. Here in entities, let me create this. Okay, here in the entity com.code.entities package, right click and select airport data entity. Yes, so here I am mentioning this as entity. Then I am mentioning table here, table as what? Table as name is equal to, what is a table? This is our table, right? So this is our table, guys. Okay, before that I want to show you the my application.properties file. So this is my application.properties file, guys. I have set up my MariaDB properly here. In your case you could be using some other DB. I hope you guys have already set up everything properly. Okay, so so here this is my table. Okay, I have selected, I have created an entity class, I have set the table. Now it's time to set the columns as well. Column name is equal to, now one name is airport ID, right? And this is going to be ID column here, and here private int something like airport ID. Now import your at the rate column, at the rate column, and import your at the rate ID here. Then similarly you can do for others, something like airport name, private string airport name. Okay, similarly you can copy paste these to other like airport city, airport city. So here my entity class been created successfully. Now with the help of this entity class I am going to create my repository here. How? Simply go to your repository package here, something like create a new interface here. Okay, so the interface could be airport data repo. Okay, airport data repo, which is going to extends data jpa, right? So change it to sorry, data jpa, right? Sorry. Okay, this is going to be like jpa repository. Here I am going to take my airport data entity class, then my integer, or else you can define this as integer. This is a key column. Now import your airport data entity class here. Okay, now we have set up our repository. So the second step is also done. Data jpa, I'm using the spring data jpa concept here. So I have set up my repository like this, jpa repository. Okay, now create a controller for the csv class. So this is a small steps, guys. So go to the controller package here, then select as a create a new interface like airport data controller as an interface here. Now you name this as a rest controller. Okay, then you come here. I am going to take the post mapping, guys. Post mapping, and value is equal to something like slash read csv. Let me see the syntax once. Value is equal to, okay, yeah, correct only. Mapping value is equal to, let me keep this as value is equal to slash here, so I can define this read. Let me keep like read airport data, airport data. Okay, now as of now let me create a public void insert airport Okay. Now it is going to consumes what? It is going to consume media type dot application as JSON value. This one. Okay. And what it is going to return? It is going to return me the consumes and produces. So produces media type dot application underscore JSON type, JSON value. Okay, I have set my post mapping here with the help of the interface. Now when it comes to implementation, we are going to see how we can use it. Now till step 3 we have completed. Now it's time to go to step 4. Okay, so with the help of the CSV Pojo classes we are doing, right? So what I'll do is I have the input here com.code.csv where I keep this entities is done. I think this could be the good one. I put input. Um, let's see where we can keep this properly. CSV. Okay, we'll do here com.code.csv. What I'll do is I am going to now create a class, a Pojo class, CSV Pojo. I have taken like this here, Pojo class. Here we are going to deal with the CSV file, guys. So for that, I am using the open CSV. In the pom.xml, you could see somewhere here, open CSV. OpenCSV 5.5.2. Okay, so I suggest you guys to use the similar one. Now here CSV bind by name. Okay, here column is equal to what column you have. Simple, go to your CSV file and take this one, airport ID as a column. Then you create as a private int airport ID, then CSV bind by name, name is equal to name, name is equal to name here, then private string I have airport name. Similarly, sorry, this is a column, right? Column. Similarly, let me take it for city as well. Airport city. This is my Pojo for the CSV, guys. Source, implement setters and getters. So select all, generate it. This is my Pojo for the CSV. This Pojo class or the main class, I am going to use it to insert, to read this CSV file, and I am going to set them to my actual what I can say, repository data, JPA repository, so that it will go and insert into the DB. Okay, so this is done, right? But we have not defined anything specifically related to the path, right? So for that purpose, keep this aside. As of now, we have created our repository, right? Something like airport controller repository we have created, right? As part of the service implementation of this, we are going to handle that one as well. Okay, so what I'll do is, here in my REST controller I said this is my consumes it is going to consume the JSON value, right? So this is nothing but my input bean. Okay, so if you go to the input bean, what I'll do is in the input bean package I have taken airport input and I have taken the path. So in the path I'm going to send the exact path of the CSV. So you can create this input bean, guys. Since I already have it as part of my project, I'm simply using this. Okay, so in the controller, go here and take this one. Okay, this one as request body airport input as something like airport input. Okay, import your request body, import your airport input. This is nothing but the path. So from this path, where is that? From this path, it is actually going to read the CSV file. Okay, so now go to the service package and create a class called airport airport service, which is going to implement my airport data controller, right? Airport data controller, going to implement airport data controller. Okay, now you add unimplemented methods. This is my unimplemented method, guys. Okay, so I have the path here. Now I am going to use that path to read the exact CSV file I have, right? So here let me create something like this: new CSV to bean builder of new file reader. Okay, so if you see here, import your CSV bean builder and file reader. This file reader will come from here. You need to give the exact path. So this is my file, guys. So this is my path, right? That I'm going to send it from my input. So that variable will come from here, airport input dot get path. Okay, this one with type as, with what type? So I'm going to take this into the next line with type as, my input CSVB, right? So this is my type, airport data entity. So with this type, then you build it, you are going to pass it this thing, put it into the rows here. This one is going to return with a list of airport entity, something like this. Okay, airport data. This list I am going to use it to iterate. Okay, guys, this list I am going to use it to iterate here. For loop I am going to use it here. So for loop I have with each type as this, airport data as airport data, something like airport data of, okay, already I have this, right? Something like ad, I'll take inside what type, like this. Okay, here ad dot, here we have ad dot, I should get this right, airport entity ad airport data. Inside that, here ad dot, just a minute, save it, airport entity saved up properly. Okay, I have not extracted my source getters and setters here. So generate all airport data entity, right? Airport ID and airport name, airport city, generated setters and getters. You save this. Now here ad dot get airport ID. Now ad dot get airport name, ad dot get airport city. Okay, this is nothing but I am writing this to my console here. How to save that into the db, that we'll see after a bit. Okay, first let's see whether it's been implemented properly or not, then we'll see how we can write it to the actual db. So go to your main method here and you run as Java application or the Spring Boot app. Okay, this is my Spring Boot, guys, and it started executing. Now it started executing, and airport data controller, this is my thing, right? So let me do one thing. Let me start executing this from the soap UI. Okay, so I have soap UI here, passing. So guys, here I need to define, this is a post method and it's running at 8080. Now I need to go here, this is a value, so resource value post method. Here I need to define my path variable, right? So simply go here, path. Why path? Because if you see in my airport input bin, I have defined path, right? So this path, where it is presented here. Then actual file name. My file name is CSV with no headers. Okay, CSV with no headers dot CSV, right? So this is my file name dot CSV. Okay, now I started executing this, guys. Nothing has come up here, that's fine. um, let me see the issues. So guys, two mistakes I have made is I have forgot to define this as a service, so I have annotated with the service. Another thing is this airport data is of CSV Pojo that we have already been discussed here. This is coming from my external CSV file here. Previously we have defined with respect to the airport data entity, this is related to the table. Okay, so these are the two mistakes I did. Once I have executed, after correcting, I could get the data properly. Okay, now let me stop this. Now, till where we are? We are reading the CSV file with Pojo classes and implement a controller to save the data to DB. And we are testing the entire. So the sixth one we are partially doing, fifth one we are partially doing as of now. Now let's implement the fifth step like this. Implement the controller to save DB. Okay, we have written to the console as of now. Now let's use this for loop to save the data into my DB. For that I have the repository, right? So this is my repository, right? So simply go here and use Autowired concept, Autowired of this to the airport data repo. Okay, and import your airport data repo here. Then we have the input, right, from the entity airport data entity, right? So this one also, let's create an object somewhere here. Sorry, something like airport nt. I'll keep new airport nt. Okay, now here I can use like airport nt dot set airport id as how? Airport id as ad dot get airport id. Similarly, airport nt, that means airport entity dot set airport city as ad dot get airport city, and airport entity dot set airport name as ad dot get airport name. This means here from my external CSV file I'm getting this airport ID, I'm setting it to my entity class. This will go and sit in my DB directly with the help of my repo. Airport dot save as but this is my save method. Okay, now airport repo, sorry, this is my save. Then I'll simply use flush. Okay, flush is not there here. Airport dot flush method. Okay, now write somewhere this method, let me keep it here, and here sysout save the record with id as ad dot get id. Okay, this should save the data here, guys. So now let's rerun this and see the output. So I have started executing this. Hopefully it should come. Okay, now I have executing here and here saved record, saved record, saved record, saved record. We got it, right? Now let's go to the DB and see. There's my EDSQL. This is my EDSQL. This is my data. So let me delete this and execute select star from airport data. Oh, I don't have a select star from airport data is empty as of now. Then where it got executed, where it got saved. If we see here, select, just Just a minute, guys. This is my table name, airport data, right? Airport data is my table name. Airport data. Okay, that spelling is wrong. Here D is small, here the D is caps. That could be the reason. Airport data, right? Airport data. Okay. Now let me save this and see now what is going to happen. I've started executing this. Now if I refresh it, some issue has come. Data access issue has come. Let's see why this issue has come. Give me a minute, guys. Let me see why issue is coming. So yes, guys. So small issue I have found is from my application dot properties. This is the issue I have found, and I have solved that. Then simply with my entity, I am setting up the airport ID, city and name here in the entity as well. If you see here, if it is small letters only, it will work properly, guys. So don't include the caps here. Something like airport ID, don't include. You give like small only, it will automatically get adjusted. Even though here, let me show you here, even though it is caps here, it will automatically get adjusted, so don't give that thing. Okay, then yeah, this should be enough. Now let me run this. Simply here I'm setting up my airport ID and the airport city, airport name, and I'm using the save and flush method here. From here I'm getting the CSV data, I'm setting in my entity method here. Okay, and then I'm saving and flushing it here. Okay, now here in my post method I'm setting the path and I'm executing. Here nothing is coming, but in the back end, if you see, it started executing and inserted these many records. Now let me execute this. Previously it's empty, right? Now if I execute, I'm getting the data properly, right? So this is a small demo on how we can insert the data from CSV to DB with the help of Spring Boot post method. I hope this video is informative for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. It's me Karthik signing off.